Hey everybody, this is Pat Foster with Transworld. We're out at the 2019 press introduction for the Husqvarna FC 250. So Husqvarna brought us out to Alden Baker's factory in just outside of Orlando, Florida. And guys, it is brutal out here. It's hot, it's humid, the track is rough, the bumps are deep, the ruts are gnarly. Man, it is so brutal. I mean, I like to ride. This is borderline not even fun. The conditions that these guys are training in, I mean, it's evident why Zach Osborne and Jason Anderson are producing championships for these guys. It is so hard out here. So the 2018 model is an incredible bike. I mean, it won our shootout almost unanimously. It handled good, it corners great, the power is excellent, it's got good low end, awesome mid-range, and then incredible top end. Frankly, it wasn't my first choice, and I'm the only one who didn't choose it first, and the only reason was I liked the low end on the Yamaha a little bit better. For my size, on a 250, man, I need a little more oomph out of the corner, and guess what? 2019, Husqvarna comes in, more low end is their main focus. They still have fantastic mid-range and a ton of over rev. Is it better than the Yamaha? You know, I don't know. That's the interesting thing about being at Alden Track. It's so deep and so soft. It's a little bit difficult to get a good read on the power because it's so deep out here and so gnarly, but the bike feels amazing. The other thing that I really like that Husqvarna did that is an improvement over 18 is they stiffened the frame. They've added a more rigid top triple clamp and stiffer suspension settings, which for me as a bigger guy, all fantastic things. The 2018 had a little more frame flex, which created a little bit of a wallow when you're entering corners, especially in some of these deep bumps. You get a little extra movement in the bike. The stiffer settings make the bike more precise, a little more accurate when you're choosing your line selection, and just a little more confidence inspiring when you're in the tough braking bumps. The bike just seems to stay connected to the track a little better. All huge improvements on the new Husqvarna. So similar to the 450, the 2019 250 has significant body work done. Husqvarna narrowed the shrouds a little bit, made it a little bit easier to move forward on the bike. It's actually a little bit wider in the middle, so you have good contact with your legs, good contact with your knees, and then it got narrow again at the back. On the 2018, as you slid towards the back, it got a little bit wide. It was a little annoying as it pried your knees apart. So it's much sleeker, much more consistent sliding up and down on the bike. The seat foam got a little more comfortable, a little lower, and ergonomically the bike is just very easy to move around on. I think they did an excellent job. There's nowhere where your boots catch, your knee pads or your knee braces catch as you're moving around. I think they did an excellent job making the rider compartment easy to function on. So the 2018 Husqvarna already had a fantastic suspension package, had a nice supple feel on the initial chop, but good bottoming resistance on the bigger hits. For me, it was a little bit on the soft side, and Husqvarna has made it a little more substantial for 2019, a little better bottoming resistance, a little less movement, which I like. I still went in a couple of clicks on the compression. I slowed down the rebound a little bit because I just like a little less movement in my forks. I did the same in the rear, so I was getting a little bit of a wallow, but with the stiffer frame and the stiffer, more rigid triple clamp, the bike is just much more precise. I love the stiffer, the firmer suspension settings. I think all of those are a huge positive for Husqvarna. So similar to the 450, the only thing that I don't love about the Husqvarna is I'm not crazy about the new bar bend. It's a little low and a little wide for me. I'm not really a handguard guy. I don't like the way they look on the bike when the bike's sitting there, and it just kind of bugs me to see them out of my peripheral when I'm riding. It's distracting. I would take those off. I would change the handlebars, and frankly, I'd probably throw some thinner grips on. The grips feel a little bit fat. I mean, those are very simple changes to make. It's all just personal preference, but those are a couple things that I would do. Overall, the 250 is it was already a fantastic package. It almost won our shootout unanimously. The Husqvarna has made some huge improvements to the bike. I think it's all great stuff. I'm really excited to get this bike back to California on some tracks that we're more familiar with. I'm really anxious to feel the bottom end power and see how much they added. It's just difficult to tell here, but they were aiming for that Yamaha low end, and if they got it, man, they hit it out of the park with this bike. So guys, stay tuned. We'll let you know how it goes. Thank you.